Do you see this disappointment? We're not going with our original plan. It's just gonna be, the tail's just gonna be a loose piece of fabric. It's too tiny to turn inside out. I poked a hole in it. We're not going with that idea. It was a bad idea. The mouse, however, is big enough to be able to be turned inside out. So we're just gonna go ahead and do some running stitches up until we get to where we want the ears. Now look at how I originally put the ears in. Crease up and the two open flappy sides facing down. Do that. Do that. Don't do what I'm about to do, which was a mistake. It was very wrong. I have backwards ears on my mouse now. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but still, I thought very long and hard about what direction to put these ears, and it was wrong. I'm only slightly butthurt about this. So anyway, sew a few extra stitches in the ears to make sure they don't fall out, and then continue on with your running stitches up until you get to the butt. Make sure you leave yourself enough space, about an inch probably, to turn it inside out. Don't stab holes in your work like I just did again. Also, I tied a knot so that my work wouldn't start coming undone. And I'm adding some catnip. My cat absolutely goes crazy for catnip. So throw some of that in there. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Tuck in the excess fabric. You can cut little slits along the excess fabric outside of your sew line, you know what I mean? And tuck those in and sew along the very edge. Continue to sew up to where you want your tail, and then tuck your tail in, positioning it however you want it to face. Put a few extra stitches in your tail so that it doesn't get ripped out. And then at the very bottom, I went inside the seam up a couple stitches to tie my knot, and I did 2 double knots so that it doesn't come undone, and then I stuck the needle up through it to the top to just hide the loose end. Don't forget to stretch your hands frequently. I hope your projects are going well, and happy crafting! Hi, chickies. Yes, hi. Oh, yes, hello. Look at your feathers coming in. Whoa, big jump! Look at you! Where are you going? You can go back in there? Hello. Silly bird. This cage is for their protection. Because of that boy right there. And also those two right there. I'm sure those two would be scared of them, but still.